Hello again, average moviegoers. Send Help has hit theaters. Let's talk about whether this movie has what it takes to survive or if it's in need of serious rescue. Send Help is a new horror comedy from Sam Raimi, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. When Rachel McAdams' character Linda Little and her boss Bradley, played by Dylan O'Brien, wind up on an island after a plane crash, power dynamics shift as they fight to survive. Okay, first up, if you hate horror movies because you don't like being scared, and you're just going to skip this one without further consideration, you should know that I don't really think of this as a horror movie. It's much more of a revenge film. It's not really trying to scare you. If anything, it's trying to gross you out. So yes, there is blood and vomit and snot and over-the-top violence, but there aren't necessarily scares, besides maybe one cheap jump scare, but that happens in many films of different genres. It's also a Sam Raimi film. There's no one that really matches his tone and vibe. So like other Sam Raimi films, it is more hyper-real than realistic. It can feel surreal. Visually, it can be intentionally campy or unconcerned with flawless CGI and effects. It's typically got some slapstick humor, unique angles and composition, dynamic camera moves, and in general can feel over the top and heightened. All those Sam Raimi traits are also present in this movie. So to those unfamiliar with Sam Raimi's style, it might be off-putting, or you might see those things as mistakes rather than intentional. And if that's you, I totally get it. Sam Raimi would be the first to say that his tastes are not for everyone. For me, I can go either way. If I sense that the stylization is taking precedence over the story, then I might find myself frustrated at the superficiality of those choices. But luckily, I thought the story was fairly good, well-paced, and well-structured. That doesn't mean it's perfect, especially at the beginning. I felt like they were going out of their way to make the characters caricatures. Linda, to a T, is the awkward, bullied girl, and they show us scene after scene hammering that in. They do the same with Bradley's character. He's overdrawn as the corporate inheritor of his father's business who went to college to learn some business words while openly being a dirtbag. That's a nitpick though, because like I said, I do think there's intentionality there. This movie is in some ways supposed to feel archetypal and theatrical, and the level of stereotype at the beginning is probably a feature, not a bug. Again, it's not trying to be subtle. It's very overt in its themes and its metaphors and its messages about power dynamics and how society produces monsters. There are many setups and payoffs. There are a few objects that represent key images in the film's meaning, and I think that they're well placed. There's conflict happening on the inner level, the interpersonal level, and the extrapersonal or environmental level. So this movie is hitting all the right beats to be a reasonably satisfying crowd pleaser. I'm not over the moon in love with this movie. I think it's well made and enjoyable, but not particularly special either. Honestly, sometimes I'm not into the corny, cheesy, goofy choices, and they take me out every once in a while. But other elements suck me right back in, like the wit, the interesting acting choices between Rachel and Dylan, and of course, a Danny Elfman score. And as well as just having fun trying to guess the twists or think about the movie's messaging. But that's it for me, you guys, and Send Help. Go check it out. I hope you enjoy it at least as much as I do, hopefully more. Let me know what you thought of it. If you're planning on seeing it, be respectful, be courteous, back up your opinions, but remember that art is subjective, and above all else, keep watching movies and stay average.